excellent connect. Oh, here, live.
Are we live? Oh ja.
Ja, en dan het geluid aan. Of, oh nee, want wij hoeven onszelf niet te horen.
Nee.
Oké, dan kan je nu weer mensen uitnodigen.
Yeah, it should be live now. Yeah. Yes. We're back. We made it. We could do this.
No, we can't.
We're professionals. I'm trying to think of the question that I was just reading and trying to answer.
Was something about trees?
Yes, we have some orange trees going.
Yeah. We have blood oranges, we have citron, or lemon, and yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the important. No, it's the
It's the cheap.
the really important question can be answered is the Lidl beer, because I was at the Lidl and went for the cheapest one in a bottle, and that's definitely this one.
And it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not great, but yeah,
we're on a budget.
we're on a budget, and you can buy. Well, the Sagres is 4 times more expensive, I think.
Yeah.
Even if you get the
deals.
the deals.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, I'm not proud, but this is the current situation. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for more wine, if you really want to know. But it's I want a good Quinta wine, and
Yes.
it's still on its way.
Yes, this year was not a good wine year.
No.
From what we've seen. What was the question again? So we're working on the land, of course, as always.
Yeah.
Planting trees. What's up?
Hi,
Everything's
Luxor.
good. We're doing all right. Some people still found the new stream, but we definitely had more.
Is the video resolution something?
No,
we
it's
can
just not
change?
optimal because,
Oh.
but that's because.
It's the camera. The tiny pinhole camera, like they call webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to choose Superbook or Sagres, otherwise we can't be Portuguese. It's on the test.
Oh right, yeah. Well, if I go drinking in the local pub here, it's always Sagres, and yeah.
I hope that's to your liking, Andre.
Yeah. And isn't this is made, I think, in Portugal, or at least bottled? Yeah, it's Spanish beer.
Yes.
Spanish beer bottled in Portugal.
So it's not because it's German.
No.
It's Spanish.
Yeah.
But it's mostly because it's cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, the Canary Islands.
That's nice.
That's nice. I would love to visit that one day. I've heard some good things. Oh, poor Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, a book wandered after the chicken coop. And
Oh,
now
okay.
eating the chickens.
So welcome to our. Oh, the one you chose is not the good one.
No, that's what I know. Yeah.
So sorry. I guess we're still Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to our messy life.
Yeah, all of a sudden the internet connection stopped
Yes,
working.
we're off grid, of course.
Yeah.
We have a tiny little NOS router. It works most of the time, but not always. So
Yeah, and streaming is kind
So-
of like the.
it's very hard on
it's
the.
very hard on the internet.
So we're sorry about that. Where's Puck? Apparently she walked to the chickens.
Yeah, I was wondering why she was so quiet, and then I heard her in the chicken coop doing walk, 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 and then I knew, okay, she's fine.
Yes. Yeah, there's nothing too dangerous around here. So
No, everybody's concerned about the well, but she can't climb the fence that's around it, and she has no interest in going there anyway. So it's That's the most dangerous bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a north, but we're centro, so
Yeah.
we're in the middle always.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
closer to the Spanish border than either Porto or Lisbon. So it's fine that we drink Spanish beer here.
Yeah. How am I feeling? Thank you for asking. I'm okay. Very tired all the time. Yeah. It's being pregnant. It's not.
Yeah.
Some women love it. I don't. Yeah. That's it.
I feel like Andre is a bit of a beer snob. It might be might be the case. I'm not, but
Yeah.
I know I feel your point. Of all the beers, this is definitely not the nicest one, but it's the one I have here, and it's better than having no beer. So that's the
Yeah.
consideration you have to make.
And also, I am a beer snob, and I like craft beer. So
Yeah.
better than any type of standard cheap beer.
Yeah, and she's the beer snob in our couple
Yeah.
here, but she can't drink because she's pregnant.
So that's life.
Yeah.
It sucks. I think we kind of lost the questions that we had
Yeah.
before, and we've also already been talking for an hour. So brew your own beer, yes. We want to start doing wine,
Mm-hmm.
but in the future, we're working on it.
Yeah.
Or still, should we say no?
Well, we
No.
no, we have
No.
there's nothing is real yet. But
No.
it's
We're working on
Yeah,
it.
we're working on some things that might change that future outlook on having wine or not.
Yes, we're working on all the important Portuguese products. We have some olive oil. Now we need some wine and some honey, and then we're good.
Yeah, then we have all the
We have
special
to.
things. And a friend of ours is because we have the Quince tree here.
The marmelo.
The marmelo, and he is now doing an experimentation with making alcohol out of those, and he's coming in the next week to pick the rest of our trees and make another batch, which would then I think be Quince liqueur or something. We'll figure it out, but that's another
Yeah.
locally made product from local trees. So yeah.
We're working on it. Oh, about the snow in the on the Serra da Estrela, we can see it from here,
Yeah.
which is nice. I'm actually that Dutch person who hates snow. Anything about snow. That's why I moved to Portugal. Yeah, so maybe we'll check it out. It would be nice for a video and for Puck to see some snow. But
Yeah, I used to snowboard every winter. My little brother, he's a ski instructor, so I often went to his place and used his lift cart to go up the mountains and do some snowboarding. I think I might be able to do that here as well. An hour away from here, there are some slopes, but it doesn't feel right to go away having fun for a day or two while they are here struggling. So it's something maybe in the future that I'll do again.
yes,
Who knows?
one day.
Without her, that's
Yes, I'm not coming.
no.
Yeah, and I also can't ice skate or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I was never meant to live in the Netherlands.
No, how she ever got that nationality is beyond me. It's
Colonialism. Yes, his beard is looking good. Very long.
yeah, very unkept. I like it like that, and it will go longer,
Yeah.
grow longer.
Yeah.
Still.
Maybe some mead with the honey. Yes, we'll try that. I do have this book on natural fermentation. But just getting a good setup where you can keep everything clean and at the good temperature is something we're working on. So we'll definitely be trying some. And maybe we'll also try to grow some hop as well. The volume of our well,
Well, yeah.
7 to 8 meters deep.
Yeah, well, it's 8x6 cylinder. So
Yeah.
I think it's over 160,000 liters.
Is it a lot?
It's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the question was, is it groundwater fed or just catchment? And in a video that I made last year, you can actually see it fill up from the bottom. So there's a couple different points where it comes in through the rock. It's just that over the summer, those kind of channels, they dry up and then it stops filling back up. But it is groundwater fed.
Yeah.
The local cheese is very good. It's mostly sheep and goat's cheese, which we like.
Yeah, mixture.
Or a mixture. We have a lady in the village who still makes her own sheep's cheese.
Yeah, sheep's cheese, but it's great quality and it costs. You pay what it weighs. So if you have a kilo, then you pay. It's 10 euros a kilo.
Yeah, it's very cheap for locally made, very good cheese. So it's very good. Very different from Dutch cheese. When my brother and my mother were here over the summer, and he didn't really like it. He's a true Dutch boy.
Luckily, you can always buy Gouda or Edam cheese anywhere
Yes.
where there's a supermarket. So yeah.
It's good. We like it. That's why we started eating cheese again.
Yeah, not because of the Gouda,
No.
but because of the local
Yeah.
cheap.
Where's the best to look for property land in Portugal? If you're not in Europe.
Oh, if you're not
Central
there.
Portugal. No. Maybe a website.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, there are a few. There is there are websites that just do listings like any other website. It's like Remax website or another big chain of real estate agencies, but you also have that websites that particularly market and focus on people that want to do the off-grid lifestyle or a little bit outside the norm. And those are Idealista and Pure Portugal, and there are some others, of course, and some new ones and some local ones. What is it? Imo Penamacor or so, or something like that. That are really local. That are just within a district that you might like, and I think it's good to first focus on what region you want to be in, and then look for real estate agencies in that area, because you need someone that is in that area to get the good listings, and not just ERA or something. It seems like
Remax.
it's a little bit more. Everybody can put it on there, and they just accept everything. And I think the other listings, they are we have to be a fit, and you have to fit in that website, on that website too, so that it's a little bit more curated, and
I would advise to always come see it first, see where you like it, because there's so many different parts of Portugal that all have their pros and their cons. And you kind of really do have to get a feel for it. It's not there's lots of different types of nature here in Portugal, and the culture is different in different parts, so I would advise you to come over and kind of see where you like it, and then also talk to a local estate agent and see what they have. Just someone who knows people who want to sell, and that way you can get the better deals. Yes.
And then to answer Carla's question right away, we found our property through Pure Portugal, I think, and then we went with a local agent to
Yeah.
look at the land. And
Yeah. He was very helpful.
yeah.
Oh, more questions coming in. When you started, how did you learn what to do first and what comes next? How did we do that?
Well, we just made a plan.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of dependent on what your priorities are. If you come here without any place to stay out of the sun or stay and sleep, then you probably want to start out with building some sort of structure to sleep in. We had the camper van, so that was not our first priority. Our first priority was to clear the land so that we could see what we had, and make a deck for the yurt that we still thought was coming fairly soon. And so the first months I was just cleaning land to get a good spot where it was kind of flat and stuff, and we found the worst spot on the place on the other side of the valley, which needed to be dug in, and we found that the rock underneath is particularly hard, and especially during July, I think it was. That was our first priority, that we had a deadline, or thought we had a deadline on. So that's what we started with. But we see with friends they do it differently. They have a different. They start with the garden, for instance. They think that's the most important thing to start with, and others build a whole cabin first, and before they do anything else. But it depends on your priorities.
We had the camper, so we were sheltered enough, and then for some people set up the whole living space first, and other people start with other things, and it also depends on the property. I think if we would have had a ruin with maybe a roof on it, then we would start with that instead of doing something else. Have you tried growing mushrooms? No, but there's lots of mushrooms on the land that we can pick, and some that you shouldn't.
Today I posted one on my Instagram that is edible and is commercially gathered here. It's the Saffron Milk Cap. It's growing like crazy here. You can fill up a bucket in no time, in a few weeks, because they're now just coming up. And they are really good. They are a staple in Spanish cuisine, and they are used in Portuguese cuisine as well. And they are really good. And there are others as well that you can eat. And but we will try to do mushrooms, I think, on like some shiitake or something in the future. We have a valley where it is mostly wet during this time of year, and I want to have some more variety, but first look at what's there before you start to introduce other species.
And someone asked about the animals. We have Cat is attacking the phone. We have very dangerous cats. No, we have no wild cats. We have wild boar, so javeli. We have foxes, owls, lots of birds.
Big birds.
Big birds. But no like roaming herds or.
No, we actually don't have a particularly big deer population here. I've never seen a deer here, and others also say there are not many left. There are a lot of bunny rabbits here, a lot, and that's why we have the fence, or we started because of that with the fence around the garden, because we noticed that they ate everything. So that that is a wild animal that roams around
Yeah.
here and destroys things. A lot of mice, which is why we have the cats. Lizards are around.
But we don't make any particular type of habitat for them.
No.
Also not for the... There's a lot enough land that isn't used that they can live on and kind of do their own thing, and then the animals that use bigger areas, they just kind of move through, and
Yeah.
it's not a problem for us. How many questions do we still want to answer?
Yeah, well, we'll continue it. But I wanted
Yes.
to add
Yeah.
about the hedges and nesting birds and stuff. That's something that we do want to do. I want to start on getting the hawthorns, getting some cuttings from hawthorns and starting to grow them so that we can make hedges. The point of putting the down in lines and rows is also to provide habitat for insects and everything. So we do consider making habitats for wildlife, but just not for the big animals. I think the bigger animals, therefore our land is too small anyways, so we have some javali that live at the neighbor's place and come through our land
Yeah.
to the forest, but we don't have a settled group of animals living on our land of a decent size that you have to consider those. Yeah. Let's.
Yes, we have the fire on, so it's very warm inside. So don't worry, I'm not cold.
Actually really hot.
Yes, it's very warm.
Shiny as well.
There are some snakes, but most of them are not dangerous.
No.
And the dangerous ones don't live in our area, so that's okay. Yes, I think we'll start wrapping it up
Mm-hmm.
because we've been talking for a long time. Thank you for coming, though. James, you can see more on our olive trees in the video from last week. I talk about your questions there. Let me see. Did we ever get a refund on the yurt that did not appear? No.
Nope.
Yes, and that's it. We don't mess with the wild boars. No.
No.
They move around here, but
Yeah,
it's also their land.
Yeah, and they don't really mess with us. So sometimes you can see them or you hear them on the top, or late at night you can hear them outside. Louis likes to bark at them, but they are not really impressed by Louis. But they know we're here, and they don't really come. They don't want to bother with us because they are hunted here. They are not inclined
Shy.
to go to people. Yeah.
And how's life in Portugal? Last question.
Yeah.
We love Portugal.
Yeah.
We were never meant to live in the Netherlands, I think. I was also born in South Africa, so this weather suits me much better than the Dutch weather does. And here we have much more freedom than you can ever have in the Netherlands, because there's just so many people on a small piece of soon to be ocean. Sorry.
Yeah.
So looking at the future, we're happy about Portugal.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us, even though we don't pick the right beer. So thank you all so much for coming. It was a long talk. I will try to post this later, probably tomorrow. Have some timestamps on it for the different questions. That's a weird question.
Yeah.
And yes, I'll see you guys next week with an actual video. So have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.